The Chicago, Rock Island, and Pacific Railroad was so impoverished when Amtrak started up in May 1971 that it could not afford to turn its long-distance trains over to the new national passenger system. Instead, its 4 long-distance intrastate trains, the 2 quad cities to and from Moline on the main line, and the Peorians serving the Peoria Branch, continued to roll in and out of Chicago's deteriorating LaSalle Street Station even as the terminal had its train shed roof removed and the daily trains became shorter and shorter. These were all that remained of the once proud Rock Island Rockets that included the Rocky Mountain Rocket to Denver and Colorado Springs and a timetable full of other trains. Some fans still referred to the remaining trains by their earlier rocket names. Meanwhile, Metra, the Chicago Commuter Rail Service Authority, took over responsibility for the suburban trains run over the tracks of the Rock Island and most other Chicagoland railroads. Roger Koenig was there with his Super 8 sound movie camera, recording the slow decline of the Quad Cities and Peorian, and the Rock Island system. A commuter train blasts through Blue Island on the Rock Island main line headed for Joliet behind one of Metra's then new F40PH locomotives. On the tracks for the suburban branch, the train of old equipment prepares to return to the coach yard in Blue Island. Another train of old cars arrives at Blue Island behind a very tired-looking red and yellow Rock Island E8A. Here comes the Peorian at Blue Island. The IC Metra electric cars are just to the east of the Rock Island tracks. A short time later, the eastbound Quad Cities rounds the curve behind the Rock's bicentennial locomotive number 652. The engineer grabs his orders for the run into Chicago. The conductor picks up his orders from the bottom step of the coach. We make a quick transition to Blue Island on September 26, 1977, just in time to see a very different passenger train come into the station on the main line side of the depot. It's a self-propelled rail car built in Italy by Fiat, touring the United States as a demonstration of a possible way to run lightly patronized trains. Rock Island commuter train enters Blue Island with bi-level coaches on the west or suburban side of the station. Roger takes up the chase as the 2 units roll the mixed freight toward the city. We don't know how he found the traffic so unbelievably light. It's below zero near Bureau Junction on January 15, 1978, as the Peorian rolls east. The Peorian bears down on the station at Bureau. The agent operator is on the platform to hand up orders. The train gets underway after a brief stop.